Oh, Maddie did just text me too.
Shout out. We're live. Yo, shout out Mad Plants. Yo, she got Mad Plants. My favorite. My favorite.
She got fucking Delilahs. She's got fucking lilies, pansies, whatever the fuck you need. We out here, bro. She got plants. Yeah. Keenan, quiet on set. You're still fucking talking.
I'm in the set.
You're still talking right now.
I'm in the set. I don't gotta be quiet.
Quiet on the set.
All you audience gotta be quiet.
Quiet on the set. He's still talking. He's still talking.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? Live from South Street. This is Fuck with Philly, Season 2, Episode 3 with your host, MC Ali Rondo, Keenan from Limbo, Tourist and the Engineer, Aaron on the Phone Talk, and our special friend of the gay, Mr. John Gallagher. Give it up, guys. Give it up. Give it up! Play!
What's up, John?
Yeah, honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me on to the show.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
So John is in the cannabis industry, and
That's
he is from our neighborhood, so we know John. We know that Pennsylvania is a new place that has just kind of started developing a medical marijuana system, so we thought, who else but a good friend of ours from back home that has been in the field. So John, like, if you could real fast, bro, like, tell us maybe, like, when you fucking, man, I mean, it must have been recent when you really got started in medical cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. There's a bunch of millions of different names for it, but yeah.
I'll refer to it as the industry from here on out.
Industry. All right, I like that.
That's hard.
Yeah, we got it. Wait, hold on. We got soda.
That one we're talking about.
Yeah, no, dude. I didn't even know that the industry existed until, like, I graduated in 2018, and I was going to school for I was going to be a park ranger, actually. Yeah.
What kind of park ranger? Like,
yeah, what made you...
Like around Abington park ranger?
No,
around,
not a fucking park narc. No, I'm talking like National Park Service, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
That was the plan, yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
So were you into nature, I guess, always is kind of like...
Yeah, I always had like a passion for animals and like being outside and woods and shit. Mm-hmm. So you know how they fucking force you to pick a major when you're 18 years old.
Yeah, you gotta find something. You're like, shit, I like being outside.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, dude, tigers, you know. Let's go for it.
Trees are dope.
And don't get me wrong, I love nature. I still could see myself doing something in that field, but but like but I was looking for jobs. Like
a little closer to the mic if you can.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good.
I was looking for jobs in that field, and there wasn't much, especially like if you want to make any money, like at all. So I came across this job for a dispensary agent, and it was basically like a bud tender. Like you talk about the products, you help patients. I was like, I literally thought it was gonna be a scam, but I was like, fuck, I seriously did. Yeah. But I was like, fuck it. Like, what do I got to lose? I just applied. And I like heard back a couple days later. They're like, all right, you can like come in for an interview. I was like, oh shit, okay, like this is a real business.
What was like the requirements? Like,
dude, it was
on Indeed or something. Or
it was on Indeed. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right on Indeed.
Shout out Indeed. I've got a lot of weird but cool jobs.
Indeed, people.
I fuck with Indeed.
You can always get porn jobs too on Indeed.
Are you serious?
What?
That is.
They sell porn on Indeed?
No, you could just
porn, but you
could like get involved in a porn. There's millions of it. Anyway, sorry, keep going. Very specific requirements.
No, that's the industry right there.
Yeah, that is
another
industry.
industry.
That's the industry.
Just saying, every time I look up media, that's the first thing that pops up. I'm like, fuck, bro.
Oh my God.
Sorry, John. But so you're on Indeed and you look this up. And
I'm on Indeed. I find this application, went for it, got a interview, went down, and I like interviewed with the guy. He's like this young dude, my boss. He's probably 40 years old, and he's like, he came from a restaurant background. Because, like, you know, it's a brand new industry, so nobody, you know, it's not like there was always a major for this for them to recruit from.
Yeah.
So he, long story short, I get hired, start working there as an agent, basically a bud tender for.
I literally thought you just said long story short, I just get high. I'd be like, oh shit, that was quick.
Do the Scooby Doo like. So. Yeah.
So as an agent, are you like a salesperson for tree? Is that how it kind of works?
Yeah, we would help the patients. We call them patients. Patients would come in. They don't know anything. They're like,
shit.
They're like our mom's friends. Like literally, it's all these like older women and people that have no idea. Yeah,
know, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like, I knew you were gonna say that.
It's great.
I wonder if they have sons that like are at home and they're like, "Mom, come
You're
on,
cool
Mom.
as shit.
Like,
some of them do, and they talk about them. They're like, oh, my son told me to get this and this.
And you're like, shit, I know what he needs.
Like I know exactly what he's talking about.
Told me
we
to
don't
get.
have that.
Yeah.
He told me.
Yep.
Terps, yeah.
There you go. That's good vocab right there.
Terps.
You're already ahead of the game.
I'm trying.
So,
I might
so
get
this
a
spot
job.
is in Abington, or where's this
The
located?
one I work
at
at is out Elkins Park.
Elkins Park.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
That's what's up.
Still right.
It's right by Wall Skate Park.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
right across the street.
Skate park. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so because you on the inside, right now, we're talking to somebody on the inside.
Mm-hmm. I got some.
Can you do me one favor, my fed? I do not mean to cut this off. Can you just pull his mic down a little bit? No, so ready?
We can cut
If
this
you just
out.
pull the actual pull, yeah. So there's a twisty joint right in the middle,
gotcha.
and just let it drop a little bit. Keep going. Perfect.
Okay.
Kaboom.
I just want to make sure I see his face in this shot. That's all. Sorry, Ron. What's your question, bro?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you on the inside.
You know the
So
inside.
you on the inside.
I'm on
so
the
like,
inside.
Inside.
no, because like it's always good hearing from people that's closer to the source. So like, do you feel like? Cause I don't really know about all the laws. I just know what I'm a smoker regardless, so I don't care. But it's just like, do you feel like it's on its way to possibly being recreational over here?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
inevitable.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
How close you think?
It's
Well, how
that is
long is the
extremely hard
question?
to say. I want to.
Because if you're
Here's the
saying
thing.
like all these older people buying it, it's just
But
like
he's not a
yeah.
politician either, so I mean, that's a
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I can make good guesses. The thing is, once either Jersey's the closest. Once they go, Pennsylvania, New York,
Everybody, the whole
Delaware,
tri-state.
whole tri-state has to go. They have to,
Yeah.
or else they'll just lose money.
Yeah.
Facts.
So it's pretty much up to Jersey at this point, and they're this close.
So when you say close, like
New York
what is
just
it, like,
did
you
it,
got
didn't it?
what you got to sign petitions or some shit or something.
New York didn't go recreational.
They did something that's like previous convictions. I think got
They
um,
decriminalized
No,
or
no,
Yeah.
no.
something.
No, it's like
Decriminalized.
previous convictions. They let people out of jail for like.
yeah for
Yeah.
past tree offenses.
That's kind of hard.
That's a lot of people at
That's
Rikers
amazing,
Island
yeah.
and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I mean,
you
yeah,
need to get the
who wants
fuck
to
out
be
of
sitting in jail
there.
for some shit
People.
that's legal now. Like what?
Yep.
So like, what's the biggest thing? Like, what's the biggest argument against making it recreational? Like, why are people still fighting that?
I mean, a lot of people aren't at this point. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like
if they are, it's because they just are holding on to like the old stigma that makes you crazy, whatever. Like,
it's crack.
Some
gives you,
dumbass shit.
immediate cancer, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And it's just about breaking that like stigma, and it's about education, really.
Yeah.
Just
It's
showing
about
people-
Big Farm too.
Yeah.
Big Farm don't want this.
Big
to be
Pharma.
out.
I mean,
Big
yeah,
Pharma.
they push propaganda. Big Pharma.
just
Big,
pharmaceutical.
biggest pharmacy company.
Big Pharma, yeah.
Pharma.
I mean, I heard some disturbing shit before, bro. That like these doctors get funded through college by a certain drug, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Xanax or something, right? So then they're almost like the way that they're taught is to sell that. Like
Yeah.
that's their goal and that's it.
Dude,
So it's
yeah.
kind of like even if it's something that's like they'll find any little reason to be like you should take this, you know?
Yeah.
And most of the time that's not something. And I mean not to all doctors. I mean there probably are great
No,
doctors
there-
out there
yeah.
that haven't done that, but a lot of it is that and it's like a little loophole that Big Pharma has to these doctors, to these people that are in pharmaceuticals. So
That's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you're making drug money, huh?
yeah, bro. I mean I think that's
Yes.
our
That's
second
exactly what it is, dude.
that's our
They're
second
the biggest drug dealers
I think that's our
in the
second-
world.
Facts.
They either I think is our first or our second biggest income in the US. I think it's I mean military's first and I'm pretty sure second is drugs. Like we just make drugs.
Yeah.
You just get
Not only
fucked
that,
up.
the people who are in charge of legality, and
So but this was
they
kind
have-
of
Big Pharma pays them off as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because as soon as all of this is more accessible, all this the medical products,
Yeah.
they're gonna lose a lot of money,
Yeah.
and they know it. So
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be like
That's
what people
crazy.
can grow. People can grow.
You can
home grow, yeah,
you
home
can,
grow.
like,
You don't gotta cook it in a lab.
Yeah,
Like all these
Exactly,
other
yeah.
drugs that it's like
Grow
you
this
need
like your
you need
kitchen.
ski mask on to
Yeah.
fucking be cooking it because like you
Yeah.
might burn your face off and people are putting it in their bodies.
So, wait. What was
this
that?
it.
What was that? What was that
Quick
thing we were
fit.
talking about before we started? We was talking about
Weird
You
laws
said-
in PA.
yeah, the weird laws. You said that we can. So what? Do you sell flour? Do y'all do
Yeah,
flour
we
at your
refer to it
place?
as flour in the industry. And
Do you want to explain
are-
that just for viewers that don't know what
yeah,
flower
is bud, weed, just your what you get right off the plant after you yeah, it's what you stuff a
case
blunt with, pretty much.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier that it's like illegal to smoke flour.
Yeah, it's you're not allowed to actually smoke it with like a lighter or any combustion method. It has to be vaporized, and that's
Huh.
for health reasons. Yeah, you're not.
Interesting.
You can't actually like recommend smoking anything just because of the like proven adverse effects on the lungs that like
Okay.
all these because combustion causes carcinogens. So
Yeah. So you don't sell like papers or
I was
Dutches
just
or
about to go
anything.
there. Yo.
Yeah.
no glass, no papers, no
No
nothing like
glass.
that.
You can't be
No.
like a smoke shop
Wow.
too, right? You can't do that type.
No,
shit.
because that's what a smoke shop is. It's pretty much tobacco
Now
products.
dabbing is okay because that's vaporization. You can heat up a banger with a blowtorch.
So you sell
and dab
bong,
all night long.
but you can't
we
sell
don't sell.
bongs.
No, we don't sell rigs.
Okay.
You
I'm
sell
not exactly sure.
concentrate though and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right,
We sell
right.
sugar, shatter, wax, butter, all of it.
That is the most
That's hard.
craziest rule.
It's
So-
kind of like ridiculous. It's
For viewers at home who are listening
Yeah,
to this,
uh-huh.
right? Some people don't know what the fuck we're talking about when we talk about glass and wax and
Glass
whatever.
and
If you have any kind of description on it, I mean, we'll probably have one, but you're probably the better person to ask,
So-
to be honest.
it's all what's called a concentrate. It's all pretty much at the end of the day, kind of the same thing. The difference comes with the extraction method, different temperatures, points of pressure, stuff like that. Different chemicals are used to extract it. So it'll come out in different consistencies, and the different extraction methods do have some will have like more potent yields because of how it's extracted. But yeah, so sugar, that's just kind of a description. It comes out looking kind of crystally and like I describe
Like
it as
caramel?
cookie dough with too
Okay.
much sugar in it. Basically,
I know, I
that's
got
what it looks
you.
like.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's
like
actually-
gritty.
it's called sugar?
It's called sugar. Yep, like we'll have Northern Lights sugar.
So how do they extract that? Like how is that extracted versus something like that, like oil or something?
So it's a lot of the same kind of, but then different heats and pressures. And so, like for example, what they put in the cartridges, basically, they cut down the plant, dry it and cure it. Usually, put it all into this giant like cylinder, and then they'll compress it and they'll run pure CO2 through it
Where
at like a certain temperature.
to like
Extremely cold, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
where
But
it like knocks this.
it knocks all of the resin out pretty much, and it separates the oil like from the plant, like the
Right.
essential oils from the plant.
It's kind of
Like if you were to take a fresh bud and squeeze it hard enough, you would be able to see exactly.
It's like milking it, like
Yeah.
almond milk.
pretty much.
I've done it. Y'all ever do the Joan? You
like
take
juicing it.
we take a bud,
Milk
a
a
piece
cow.
of bud, and you put it between like wax paper and like put it like
Yeah.
take a curling iron or not curling, a flattening iron.
Dude,
yeah, my
yeah.
friend showed me that shit. That shit works.
That
yo.
is
Like,
homemade concentrate.
Yeah.
That's like
That's literally what.
Remember what's
pretty
his?
much-
I'm not gonna say his name.
Would you
We
say
were
that's
at-
the best way to like intake
Yeah.
cannabis?
it's certainly one of the healthiest, but I would say the best as far if you're like worried about
Straight flower.
like future effects.
Eating it.
Eating it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oral ingestion, as we say.
Word.
And you can microdose this.
Sure.
Because the one thing that people say, the only thing is like some people say with edibles, it's like so hard to tell how strong a fucking edible is.
No,
like
dude.
they have this like, dude,
I'm about to put my
Our
mom
stuff is
on
all
blast.
yeah.
My mom.
Uh,
Yo, I'm about to put her straight on First Street. I don't even care. She's probably watching this shit. Yo, I'm trying to tell you.
she probably
She thought it was a good idea. Mind you, she never smoked anything. She never smoked a joint.
yeah. So that just hit her like a
so
bag
she don't know
of
what we.
bricks.
She don't,
I'll tell you, not even. Yo, this is the worst part. Her and her counterpart went out and thought it was a good idea to grab 6 brownies, right?
What? And they dig 6 brownies?
Let me tell you. So they didn't ask me anything. They didn't. Come to me. She
Damn,
know
I wouldn't
smoked-
do
they were
that.
trying. They were
I
trying to be
would've
cool
done
and shit.
that.
They were like, we know ain't done.
That's what I'm saying.
6
She
brownies.
knows
I'm
I smoke
hungry.
weed.
I'm
Like,
hungry.
She should have asked
Yeah.
me. Like came to me.
You'll
and
be
was
like,
"All right, what do you
no,
think?"
mom, you're not gonna do this shit right now.
They ate 1 brownie, right? Mind you, and this is where I lived with her. I'm at the house when this shit is going on, and I didn't had no idea. She ate 1 brownie, and her counterpart ate 1 brownie.
The classic
Her
story.
husband- Nothing happened for a little bit. It was like, all right, let's eat another one. Long story short, they split them 3 and 3. 3 brownies each, yo.
Jesus.
They said they was in the room crawling around like dogs, bro, trying to like stay awake and all this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh no.
Edibles
dude.
are crazy, yo.
Because that shit,
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
that shit.
But you could-
That shit
Yo.
breaks down in you differently though. It's
Well,
not
just like
does.
psychedelics though.
Yeah.
I feel like it turns into a psychedelic because it runs through your bloodstream. Like
Yeah.
anything,
Turns
you,
into a
when you
psychedelic.
take mushrooms, you take acid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It like actually runs through your digestive system. That's what gets you fucked up, right? You get food poisoning.
It's a different, it's a different like method of whatever
Yeah.
processing in your system.
Yeah.
I
like,
can't.
It
say
like
exactly
connects
how.
to your like
So-
fat and stuff like.
So,
that.
John, did you study this before even applying, or is this
No,
something
dude.
that you learned while working there? Was this something that you learned quickly, like within the
Yeah.
industry? I guess you know.
Yeah, like once I got the job, you got to teach yourself. You got to ask questions. You got to like just work together with your coworkers, pretty much, and just like, tell each other what's new, pretty much.
Yeah.
And as we get more and more products, like I'll explore them. Like that's why it's good to have a patient card when you're working there, because you can buy the newer products and like,
Okay.
Shit.
yeah, it's easier to understand them and
Do
stuff.
most workers have a patient card? I'm assuming.
A lot, yeah, pretty much all of them
Do
do.
you have to have a patient card to be
No,
here?
no, definitely not.
Is it encouraged that like y'all try out a product?
I mean, fuck it, you're around it all day,
helps.
right?
Yeah, it helps.
I get a discount, but I can't use it. The fuck?
It would make sense.
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
I feel like some places, like
Yeah, I
at
feel
a
like you might have
pharmacy,
to. That's what I always thought,
So
too,
if you
that
worked
you
at an
need that.
actual pharmacy, you could not be able to like take a Xanax just to like tell your patients how it would feel. But that's sick. Like in the bud industry, you would just be like, "I've tried this.
Yeah.
This is what it does."
I can tell you firsthand.
Yeah.
I'm fried right now, dude. Shit, I would be fucking crazy, man.
One day.
But I mean, all right. So I don't know if you know this, but like when it comes with like it, let's say it is. That's wrong. Or you hear it back there. But I'm saying when it comes down to like, let me think. Like when jobs say you have to be drug tested. So if it's, I don't know if you know this. I have no idea. If it's legal on a state level, can you not? If you have a medical card, can you not legally fail a test?
No, it's up to the company.
It's up to
Totally
the
up to
company.
the company, yeah.
Oh, so that's like private company shit.
Yeah. So they can honor it. They cannot.
Interesting.
It's
That's
pretty,
a-
it's
that's a
weird.
problem.
It's just
Yeah.
another strange
So you
law.
can be a really good worker and just really have a medical card.
And it's legal on a state level, and you could still possibly.
As long as
get
you have a
job.
medical card, yeah. As long as you go through all their hoops.
Okay, but that's okay.
probably-
All right, so now it's getting deeper. Now it's getting a lot deeper right
It's
now.
deeper than rep.
So you're telling me that because of a medical condition, that's what this is almost technically. This
Yeah.
is medical marijuana. This is a medical
Yeah,
condition.
Yeah, I
everybody with
need
a card
it.
has a condition.
Has a condition, right?
I need this.
So
shit.
my physical medical condition can stop me from getting a job. That's a problem.
Well, they probably
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
weird.
That's a problem.
it's probably like insurance reasons. Like if you're like a truck driver or some
Right.
shit and you crash.
Yeah. Well, I
They
wonder if
can't-
it's the
they're not gonna be
same
able to tell
with.
the
Stuff like
difference
that,
if
yeah.
you're
I think certain
still-
like prescription medications.
I was about
like,
to say
if you're
that.
taking certain
Opioids
yeah, because some of them say right on the
constantly.
bottle, you do not operate machinery if you're using
Yeah.
this. So like
Yeah.
obviously.
But
you're
I
not gonna be a truck
wonder,
driver.
but I think the only difference is it gets out of your system way faster
What,
because it's so
alcohol?
synthetic. No, like prescriptions, like pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah, but they put
It's
it.
just fake, so your body doesn't really intake it. I feel like, or hold it.
They put weed under like the same. They probably put it under the same like thing as like if you're doing like heroin or coke.
No, they do.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
only, I know. It's under the
Schedule
it's
one.
called-
No, I think
it's
it's been recently moved down.
all right.
Federal on the federal level.
To
I believe
two?
it's been moved to a different.
But I think
schedule.
cocaine's on Schedule 2 too.
Cool.
That's
That's
wild.
Schedule 1.
I don't think so. I think heroin is.
Heroin Schedule 1.
What
What's
is
that
this
mean?
schedule?
Yeah, what's schedule? I don't know. I'm
think
just
schedule
saying.
It's
one
just
is
it's
like-
just
It's like
fucking
a
rules
scale.
and bullshit and whatever people are writing.
Wait, Kev, can you like look that up for us?
I'm looking that up now.
What's
Like,
schedule?
1 and 2? Because like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know.
It gotta be. But all I'm saying is like, say if I got asthma and I'm trying to work at Home Goods,
You-
be like, nah, you get out of here. You have asthma. You're taking this for your asthma. Nah, get out of here. We don't want you.
Too expensive.
That's
or
what you're
something.
saying. You know what I'm saying? Kinda, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
In a way.
But the thing is, it's not because you have
This is a
asthma.
medicine
It's
now.
because of what you're using on the. So it doesn't matter what you have. Like
It's
for
about
example,
what
if
you're
you're
taking.
taking like a high dose of I don't know some muscle relaxer, like yeah, you're not going to be able to do much.
Yeah, that is true. Like lift a lot. What you got?
Yeah, so there have been a number of bills passed or under discussion in the past for rescheduling marijuana, and there have been like 5 or 6 this year already, but it remains
Still.
Schedule 1.
Huh.
And contact your lawmakers and make that fucked up situation not the case anymore.
So,
2020, let's legalize weed.
We got
Yeah,
you.
that shit.
Clap it up.
2 years for president, dude. All right, but that's wild though. I mean, I guess that is a good point though. It's kind of like what you are taking. I mean, because I guess
They prescribe promethazine to people.
that's
Think
true.
that you
They
probably-
just
To kids, bro.
they don't
They
understand.
try to give it
That's
to
the
my
problem.
son.
They
This
don't.
fucking
People making
program.
these
They try to
people
they try to
making
make
these
some
laws
promo.
and the
Yeah,
doctors
because he had a
don't-
bad cough. They tried to give him lean, and I was like, "Fucking
Doctors try to give who?
cold." And I was like, "What's in it?" And they're like, "Da-da-da, this is promethazine." And then I was like, "What? Did you say promethazine?" And they're like, "Just a dose of it." And I'm like, "No, the fuck."
What?
Just get him lean the fuck out. They're like, yeah, but it'll feel better. And I'm like, fuck that, dude. He could just say,
dude.
he could just deal with the fucking. Here's the thing about a lot of this, and I want to have people understand this, right? If you go living your life not chasing pain, right, then your life sucks. all you're doing is medicating to like, I'm hurt. I don't know. I'm just being honest. Like, most of the time people do these things because they hurt, right? At the end of the day, what does Tylenol do? It doesn't heal you. It just kind of makes you not think about the pain. Then when the pain comes back, it feels even worse. Sometimes it's good to deal with that. Like recovering from something. You know what I'm saying? Like your body will do it. Yeah. It should do it.
It's true.
It will naturally do it without all the bullshit that makes you addicted to whatever and all these other things. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I've gotten a knee surgery and shit, and I just opted out on taking any of that shit. And like, it sucked, but I feel way better now. I'm not addicted to shit. Like, some people can just, if you could deal with the pain for a little bit, it'll be way better. That's all I'm saying.
I saw a video on Instagram the other day. Matter of fact, I posted it on our Instagram. This dude was saying that like he was shot 9 times or something. He was in Philly, shot 9 times, and they
I seen that, and he was fiending out. Yeah.
I felt so bad. He was like, "Yeah, He said that shit fucked my whole life up. He said the doctor gave me perks and it fucked my whole life up.
Yeah.
He said he
get a touch of it.
Yeah, he said he doing like what did he say he was doing?
He said he was doing he said he was doing perks and stuff.
No,
Oxy. Yeah, dude.
After
Oxy.
that, well, he was like
he moved on to like heroin shit.
Bullshit.
That's what happens though, man.
They have
look,
to. Yeah.
After a while, you can't be on the fucking opioids anymore. Right?
That's crazy.
You just like
And let's talk something crazy, right? How many people have died from overdosing on weed?
Nobody.
None.
0.
It's funny, isn't it?
You might have thought you overdosed.
Milk, hold up.
Shit. But you alright.
The FDA approves milk. I bet milk has killed more people than tree
Dude,
has.
the milk jug challenge? Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. Water.
That shit
Water
has
killed
Yeah.
so many fucking people in the world.
Water's
bro.
killing more people.
That's what I'm saying. Too much water. Oh shit.
Water probably is like the top killer, if you think about it.
Probably not.
If you count drowning and shit?
Like, of every drowning, like
count drowning, dude.
all the time.
Probably.
Maybe back in the day.
Dehydration.
Lack of water.
Lack of water. Oh shit.
Lack of water probably.
Damn,
Water probably got the most bodies of anything out here.
Yeah, water's killing the game right now, dude.
Water,
we need that.
So do you?
And I need it eventually.
I had a question. So at your job, do you get a lot of patients that are medicating because they're coming off any other drugs?
Dude, yeah, I was gonna say it's funny how weed is now, or flower I should say, is now a gateway drug off of these fucking heroin, meth, fucking opioids that was pushed on the patient by their doctor right away when they didn't necessarily.
Said you would do if you started smoking weed.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny. It's the opposite now. Now we need weed to get these people off of it, and it's working, dude. It's nice. It's nice to see.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I actually back in the day, I dated this girl for a little bit, and she was like, I didn't really date her, but whatever. We're hooking up, I guess. But like, we did this. It was like she was telling me like she smoked like a motherfucker, right? But she said she was like she was like addicted to heroin and shit. And I was like, damn, that kind of sucks. But like, but the thing is like she said this like saved my life. Like just constantly smoking the dab pen, like just feeling a little bit numbed out, but it doesn't have that killer effect.
Right.
Because that's what like heroin and all these other things eventually do is just start killing you.
I'm just trying to know what would you do to like what would you give someone that's like coming off of heroin, like versus somebody
shit, probably some something
it's hard,
super high,
it's really hard because
they
need pretty much the strongest shit right away. It seems like that's the only thing that really kind of works for them.
Would you give them indica that makes them like be like slumped out because that imitates maybe, or would you give them sativa because that's like the opposite of what they're doing?
Yeah, we probably start indica, but it's gonna come down to the patient's preference, kinda at the end of the day, whatever makes them feel better.
And I know like people say like sativa gives you more energy and indica. Is that really necessarily true, honestly?
See, I got a whole thing about this. I don't know. Because, all right, so thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago,
let's get it.
Yeah, all right.
Let's talk.
There was trust me, dude, I think about this
dinosaurs
a lot.
No, my bad. Keep going.
So you got the original sativa plant growing in like South America in the southern hemisphere. And then you got the indica plant. It's growing in like Nepal and like the Indies and such. So yeah, they're using it for what do you even call it? Like spiritual, like transitioning and stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, all kinds of things. Medical purposes. People are growing it, eating it. They're doing everything with it.
The Declaration of Independence was written on him.
Exactly. Like people have been using it for all kinds of purposes for thousands of years. But basically, since then, they've been crossbreeding it, and it's called selective breeding. It basically, you take the best of the best and breed those together so that their babies will be the best of the best, and so on for years and years and years. Eventually, you pretty much end up with a completely new, species. Look at dogs. They took dogs and they domesticated them and formed them into what they needed, like weasel hunters. You see a dachshund, how
So
they're
like
like
evolution.
short and stout.
Yeah,
They needed a
evolution,
dog
like
to
anything.
they needed a dog to fit into those small holes and chase it down. And over years and years and years of selective breeding, they got it. You would not look at that dachshund and be like wolf, just like you would not look at the weed today and necessarily be like sativa, because it's just not the same thing anymore.
Like these like strains have like totally different characteristics between even something that's indica or sativa,
So-
right? So it's just like its own new thing, right?
What
It's
I
like
say
a new
is
formula to it all.
They're all hybrids.
Yeah.
So these hybrids, yes, they will lean one way or the other for sure. Definitely. Some strains are more so uplifting, energizing. Some strains are a little bit more sedating and like, kind of in your zone,
What's your preference? Or you got like you?
When I got to pick, I look for something that leans a little bit indica. Yeah, I prefer it to lean a little indica. I like that.
Do you got a strain that you like or like this is my jam every time?
I got a couple actually. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
What you got now?
Birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
Birthday cake from this company right here, Grassroots.
Grassroots.
These guys,
Is
Grassroots,
that in PA?
Pennsylvania.
That's in PA.
Shout out Grassroots.
Shout out Grassroots.
Shout out Grassroots. They are killing the game in the flower. They are just producing beautiful nugs, and not every company does that, so it's good to see. But
What else you got?
Cresco is a good company. They're killing it.
So companies, you think, or do companies have like their own signature strains that like you fuck with kind of thing?
They will, yeah. Some of them come out with like little homages to like pencil. Like we got Pocono Kush from Moxie. And
What's that? That sounds fresh.
That
I feel
sounds
like
like
I feel like when I
It's
smoke
like
that,
mint
my
or something.
yeah, like my
dude.
like there's just the air in my
Yeah.
throat. Just be like
Just
so
brush
much.
your teeth or something.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm on a mountaintop chewing a piece of gum or something. Like, damn, what
Yeah.
is this? Going
Camel
on?
smoking
beat.
a pine cone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Piney is a motherfucker,
But yeah, all the products that we sell actually are grown and processed in Pennsylvania. That's part of the law. They all come
you can't
from
outsource.
So how does that work? How's that work? Are these companies like they're only like wholesale, right? They don't do like you can't just buy.
Oh well, some of them do have storefronts, so they
right.
have their own dispensaries that
that's
they
hot.
supply.
But is the only reason why they gotta grow in their state because they can't travel with the weed?
Yes. So a
Some
lot of these
state
companies started on in California or Illinois,
Yeah.
and they come to Pennsylvania once the program starts up, and they're just some of them
Killing it.
are really killing it.
Are
Some
you
of
getting like a lot of like out of staters, like people that are owning these companies are like they're not from PA.
There's
mostly?
actually only one that started in the state, and they got bought out already by a Canadian conglomerate.
That's
this
fine.
this company right here, Standard Farms.
Yeah.
So are the Canadians like killing it in the U.S.?
Canadians are pretty much buying up. Yup, they're buying up.
They call it BC. They call it
legalized it a long
BC.
time ago.
They did.
Well,
They
British
know
Columbia.
Yeah, BC Hydro
Well, British Columbia was legal for like the
for
longest.
a while. Yeah,
That was like one of the spots that.
That's hard.
Oh, that's wild. So the Canadians are taking over in the U.S.
they kind of are.
Is that good or bad for our economy? You know what I mean?
I mean, they're giving us money.
They're making jobs.
I think at the moment it's good, but I think in the end it's like
Something's
shit.
gonna-
Yo, Canada owns our entire cannabis industry.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's gonna be a lot of money soon.
nah, yeah.
It's not like I feel
Let's go
like
to
I
Canada.
always thought
That's
it was
not gonna-
more of
yeah.
like California, Maine, because I know some
did
people are
too.
like growing in Maine or California.
Yeah.
So is that big or is that? But yeah, I wonder even how you're able to like be able to grow. Like, what do you go through for that? What kind of loopholes to
Like
be
in
able
the
to
states
grow?
where it's legal,
Yeah, I guess so.
you can just.
Is it
do
not legal to grow in PA?
No, you can't in PA.
Do you know what states are able to?
Definitely California. I think Oregon
Maine,
and
I
like
th-
one or two
Maine.
wherever it's recreationally legal.
Washington.
Maine. So Maine and
Massachusetts maybe.
Vermont. I think Vermont maybe.
Massachusetts.
Vermont sounds like it was.
There's a handful,
Yeah.
but you
Fuck
can. There's like
Vermont.
an allotment. You can have like so many plants, and as far as I know, you don't have to have any special permit. But you may have to have some little thing. But yeah, it's pretty
So
easy.
you guys don't grow in your shop, like that's
Nah.
not something you learn how to do or anything.
No, the
like
products
that.
the products come in sealed and they leave sealed. We can't open it. All the jars are. You can't see into them. You can't see anything.
Like, would someone like? All right, so like, I mean, you probably don't know this because you don't do it, obviously. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like, if someone was to like start a business and start growing, I mean, you need. I mean, the weather is super important, right? I mean, it's hard to. Is it hard to grow indoors? Is that like?
Dude, it's harder to get a permit to do that than it would be for anything else.
Yeah.
It's pretty much impossible, and if you can do it, it costs at least $1 million. At
Word.
least.
Like
Yeah.
growing indoors or just growing at all?
Just getting the license to do that from the Pennsylvania government.
So
Oh, from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You want to spend
Okay.
more time trying to try to do it than even doing it.
Like
but if it was recreational,
so
does
yeah,
that,
okay, so recreational, like
yeah,
like in
these
a
states that
in a
grow.
federally recreational world, yeah, it'd be tough. Yeah, a lot of the grows in Pennsylvania are indoor just because of the climate. I would imagine, but depending on how big you're gonna be, I think there are places in California that just kind of open up little kind of smallish,
plots of land,
few acres, yeah, and they just sell what they get, and
But it'll
kinda like
eventually
it's a
turn
farm.
into that, right? I mean,
yeah, I guess.
looks
I think it has to.
Is there a
As-
limit?
Weed is gonna be selling like hotcakes once it's legal. So
no, but also you
Facts,
can
yeah.
grow it like hotcakes too. That's the only
I worry
It's so
about-
easy to grow, right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
worry about it turning into kind of like what Big Pharma is now eventually.
Yeah, like they do some fucked up shit to
They're
it.
just
They
gonna
sell
switch,
you
they're-
some shit.
Yeah, they're gonna switch
So,
it up and
I always thought
take
that,
over.
Yo, I always thought because the government always doing some fucked up weird.
They just want to
shit.
save $1. They just
No,
want
not
to save
even
$1
that. I
every
just feel
time.
like if weed is legal, me and somebody else was talking about this. Like if it's legal, like in the government.
But these are private. The
Well,
thing with business, so
well,
is it
when they
technically
put shit in the
business? Because business, you can do a lot of things and not get government involved. Most businesses do tax breaks. So I think what they should do is try to stay away from the health care thing, to be honest, because then it's a business and they don't have to pay all this bullshit and then
Right.
get it infested with nonsense.
Yeah.
But I also think it should be legal if you get a medical license to be able to pay your out of pocket for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like most insurances don't cover that.
No,
Like
none
you still
do.
always have to pay it out of pocket.
None
But
do
it's just
right
an
now,
option.
yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
hey, if you got $60 to buy an eighth or something, you can come in and buy this eighth.
They do sell 60.
Is there like limits? Is there a limit on like how many like companies there could be in PA?
So there was an initial wave of permits that they allowed. I think there was like 6 on that, 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
And yeah, I think they're supposed to do another wave, but they're just something is holding it up, and that's actually why we had this flower shortage that recently happened. Basically, there's 23 qualifying conditions that you can get a card with, and they recently added anxiety to the list, which is extremely
My boy told me
common.
about
Yep,
that. Yeah.
it's extremely common.
as fuck.
So we have a
Anybody can get it.
huge influx of patients. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen a ton. And all these new patients wanting flour and the same amount of grower processors that barely gave us enough flour as it was.
Yeah.
We got boned a little bit, so we got to recover from that.
Yo, I got a question for y'all. Y'all never thought about this shit, yo?
Go for it, Ronald.
Once like
Tell me something.
you don't think that like once they start like really once the country really start selling weed, you think they're gonna start like putting shit in it to actually like start making
sure.
it bad
Like
for you?
nicotine and stuff.
Well-
I've thought about that, yeah.
Or just things to enhance the high, like just
I
nonsense,
wouldn't
like
even
they do
say
with
enhance
cigarettes
high.
and stuff.
This is a money industry.
Well, look, here's the
they
thing.
wanna
Ready?
make money. If I know
Yeah.
that I could put this thing in there, and
Just
make
don't
it come
buy
back
from
every
7-Eleven.
time- Huh?
Just don't buy from the 7-Eleven.
No.
You can get
at that point-
CBD. So
at
No,
that
but I'm
point,
saying
you
when it
gotta
becomes
grow this
recreational, can't like 7-Eleven, Wawa sell it? Don't buy that shit.
shit. No, I
Oh,
would
that
say-
CBD shit.
No, but I'm saying once it becomes recreational, they'll be able to probably, right? Or how does the recreational thing work? Is it
Probably
able
have
to
to-
sell it?
Nobody
businesses?
really knows
Oh, so
yet.
you're saying
'Cause,
like
yeah.
how alcohol
It's like a
is
first
sold.
time.
Like
Yeah.
they sell alcohol
Or
or
like-
like and shit like they sell weed, alcohol. I mean weed there too with it. That would be a cool
Yeah, but it'll
thing.
just be some cheap ass shit.
It would
You know what I'm saying?
It'll be a party
It's like if you
thing,
bought
like-
a pizza from Sev, it's probably not the best pizza for you, right? But it's cheap,
But-
so you could buy it.
but
It's
you
kind of
can
like the
go to-
same option. I feel like it'll be with weed.
You can go to the
Snacks.
best pizza spot though. I feel like they probably gonna put some weird shit in it to fuck everybody up. It's gonna be like, all right, yeah, start smoking it, smoke it. They gonna make it good, good. Then,
yeah.
like they gonna switch it real quick, and then you gonna start smoking it. Then people gonna start 1 death from weed, and then 2 deaths from weed. It's like what? Nobody ever died from weed. What the fuck is
That's where the home grow is going to really come important.
That's what I'm saying. At that point,
Because when
it's
you're
just
growing
better
your
to grow
own,
shit.
yeah, as long as there's more people growing their own and they just know it's, safe and they just kind of trade it amongst each other,
Yeah.
then you don't need that
Yeah.
fucking shit company.
How do you feel about like cartridges? Because I feel like a lot of cartridges people get are not tree.
No. Like the street ones that people are getting off the black market,
Yeah.
It's just all
it's
just
pretty much hot dog water. Honestly,
Yo,
I'm not a
people
fan
smoking
of
hot dog.
yeah.
it. It sucks
So you
too.
wouldn't suggest it on anybody.
I mean, shit, whatever works for you, but I don't trust it at all. I don't trust what's in it. I know
see
that they use like thinners and thickeners to make it seem more like a medical cart. And that shit is what you're probably seeing in the news. People fucking getting their lungs coated with.
Yeah,
I just don't trust them. Yeah.
So what you got here though?
All right, so I brought one. Yeah, this is from Standard Farms. These guys. This is Mazar.
Shout out Standard Farms.
Shout out Standard Farms.
Here's a picture.
Another one of my.
The gas around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Another one of his sponsors.
Yo,
Plug
I
it.
wish.
Just plug it. Hey man,
Yeah,
if you
right.
plug them, we'll start sponsoring. That's how it works, bro.
Bro.
That's how you do it.
So wait, what's that? Like, what strain is that?
This is Mazar.
Mazar.
This is a indica dominant hybrid. You know,
So we're about to be sleep on this, John.
it's not overly potent in the THC department. About 67%. So it's up there, but that's not crazy.
So while we smoke these carts, can you tell us like? Oh
What-
wait,
what
real
goes-
quick.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, bro. Now this is
tastes good
scary.
as
I don't
fuck.
know if you know this, but I'm seeing this. Like, people are making their own carts. Literally, you can go online, create your little like design or whatever. You can buy the tips.
But that's the fake shit,
You
probably.
can
Right?
buy the glass. It is.
Yeah.
You can buy. I don't know how much the oils and shit is. You can buy. You can do whatever you gotta do.
Get it? Yeah.
The boxes. This is where it gets scary, yo. The boxes look like they actually came from a dispensary. Like you can create your own. If I want a box with my face on it, I'm talking about it look like I just bought it from the weed dispensary, bro.
And that's why I don't trust it.
It looks
Yeah.
exactly like that.
And
So
that is why.
a lot of times you think you getting some cool shit like, oh, this got a box, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's legit. Don't worry.
Nigga made that shit in his basement. You know, I'm telling
That's some
you. Like,
hot dog water
Yeah,
right there.
hot dog. Wait, so
Sip
I was
that
going
down.
somewhere with this. Like,
Yeah, my man.
what is actually? What's the contents? All right, what all goes into making the oils? I heard of like terp distillate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What all goes into that stuff? So like, just so people have an idea.
So, yeah, like I was saying before, basically they put it into a cylinder, crush it all up, juice it pretty much. And then they will do, usually what they do next is distill it. So basically what that is just boiling it down to the terpenes and cannabinoids that they want in it. So the cannabinoids that they look for are THC, CBD, and some other like kind of variations of those two, like CBD-A and CBD-V and different ones that have different effects. But yeah, they boil it down, and basically some companies will add back terpenes, which
This tastes like bud.
yeah,
tastes elegant.
exactly.
It tastes like-
That's a real cartridge. That's how it should
Take
taste.
care of-
Please,
That
dude,
tastes-
show
That
the love.
doesn't have any
tastes like-
terpenes in it.
Dude,
No,
that
it does.
tastes like-
It does,
It
but it has
tastes
the
like
natural terpenes that came out when they processed it.
So a little vocabulary class. What's
Yeah.
Terpenes.
Terpenes.
Like, describe like terpenes.
All right, terpenes are the essential. They're
crazy.
they're chemicals. They're the essential oils that are found in all living plants. So, for example, myrcene. Myrcene is found in mangoes, lavender, and cannabis.
What does that do though for the body?
Myrcene, yeah. So they all have different therapeutic effects. So myrcene, it's one of the most well studied and just most prevalent in cannabis. So there's a lot known about it. But basically, myrcene is found in a lot of indicas, and it actually helps the THC pretty much absorb into your system.
Okay.
So it encourages it, and it can give you more of that psychoactive effect from the THC.
It like fibers it. I mean that's probably the wrong term for it, but it almost turns into something that's kind of like you said with mangoes, like these other things that make you feel good. Like it gives you, I forgot
and
what
relaxed.
exactly. Like it's like kind of like when you take multivitamins, right? You don't. The difference is like you don't get the fibers of it like straight off of it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like when you eat an apple, it gives you a different kind of amount of vitamins, and do you know what I'm saying? That it would if you got it from like a pill.
Yeah.
Because you actually have to digest it, and it goes like your body dissects it and does all those other things.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So they look for something that is able to like break it down in your body easier. It just gives you a better high, right?
It's the different terpenes, kind of. So like limonene, another really well studied one that has antibacterial effects. A lot of them have tumor degrading effects, so they'll actually like eat away at tumors. But yeah, the terpenes are a huge part of why it's medicinally helpful, actually. A lot of people go right to the THC. A lot of people just want the most THC that they can get for the cheapest price. Literally, you have no idea.
like
these
beers
people-
sometimes for a lot of people.
Yep. Highest
It's like,
ABV.
bro, I'm just trying to get.
Give me the natty daddies.
Buzz,
Yep.
Yeah.
Give Give me the Natty Daddy OG.
Let's just say 10%. I'll drink it. Fuck it.
That's it.
I'm pretty stoned right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty still-
But that feels good. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
So
'cause
that like added like a
have-
nice layer to how I
Yeah,
feel.
but that's interesting because now I feel like I have not been smoking real cartridges.
Yo, I was just about to say that. If you're saying
I
that's
feel like
how they
almost,
taste,
yeah, I feel
I've
like
been getting
almost
fucked.
everyone
Dude,
I've
there's
had
a whole
is
new
not
world.
Like that.
It's amazing. These
Yeah.
cartridges that they have.
You think you'd be able to identify fake cartridges?
Would I be able to?
Yeah.
Probably. I could hold it up to one of these too.
Yep.
and just be like, this is not it.
If it's dripping like,
Should it
oh,
be more like?
Look,
Should it be more
Where'd you
like?
get
yeah,
it?
About to
Like,
go with the test.
first and foremost,
You gotta
the
put
street.
Streets.
All right, so
Oh
tell
wait,
us,
yo,
full
shout out
gram.
to Riz.
tell us
His
what you think
birthday
about
out
that.
here.
huh?
Shout out
What
to
do you
his
think about
birthday,
that?
cuz. We out here.
Kingpen. So
Yeah.
this
He
is like
said
a
it's a full
popular
gram,
like
so
brand,
it's-
right? Kingpen.
Yeah,
There's like a lot of these around.
I've had that.
So yeah, it's not a pencil. It's not. I don't think this is a medical product at all.
Give us the real deal. Give us the real
Care
deal.
if I
But
hit
why
it?
is that?
Yeah.
Care if I rip it?
Give us the.
So
Is it because you said it was in a gram? So you said most of the gram tones are fake.
So yeah, actually, there's only a few full gram cartridges on the medical PA market right now.
Huh. So anything that's really a gram is like
Full gram
most of the time
cartridges,
bullshit.
almost definitely, yeah, not a medical product. At least, I mean, out of state they have full gram ones.
Interesting.
Oh, he's about to
It's extremely thin. That's another like giveaway. If you can see it moving down the cartridge,
Like that fast. It's not like it should be like honey, right?
it should take a little bit. Yeah.
Philadelphia, we need some answers.
Yeah. What are y'all doing? What y'all giving us?
What the fuck are we doing?
That's why I got legalized.
I
and
mean,
shit,
it-
you know what I'm saying?
Dude, in all
Everyone's just
honesty,
smoking pen thinner.
it could just be from like a dispensary with in another state with a lot less like regulation, you know. It's possible, but I don't.
Yeah.
It seems more like it's like homemade,
Probably is.
like kind of mixed up.
Yeah, once I saw them homemade boxes and shit, and it was an actual. I'm telling you, if somebody sold you this shit, you would have thought it literally came. You expecting the receipt when you see that box.
Yeah, like,
But that dude made that shit.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
logo.
I'm telling you, dude. Like it gets that deep.
Oh,
yo.
yo.
I saw, the dude showed me. It's actually an app. I forgot what the app is called, but he literally showed me everything. It's like, look, y'all, you can do this, you can do that, design the box and all this. You buy the cartridge. I'm like, yo.
Not only that, dude, the cartridges, the cheap Johns from like China that are like made with whatever kind of metal, and then it's like you're vaporizing and inhaling it. That's another thing I fucking worry about. Like,
Yeah, so I was actually gonna bring this up. That was funny as shit. My buddy, I was at Temple and he was just like, he was hitting like everyone was like hitting jewels and shit, right? And he was hitting it and he was like, I don't like the blueberry fairy because it just tastes so artificial. And then I remember I was like, it's all artificial. That's all it is. And we're all sitting around. I'm like, damn, dude, like we really are just breathing in just like, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
You don't
it
know.
might be honestly those.
Can I hit that y'all though? Can I hit it though?
Speaking of which, yeah.
Can I hit it
I was
though?
like,
It tastes a
let me-
little
let me-
artificial. I don't know if y'all like it.
Oh yo, shout out.
We gotta do this
Ronald,
so
Ronald already said, but like, shout out Kevin's it's Kevin's birthday.
Yeah,
man.
give it up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out our engineer.
Finally, 53 and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no.
16. He's 16. We're all just getting booked for getting him beers and shit, buying him alcohol for his birthday. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We're all gonna
happy-
get booked.
Happy birthday, Kev.
But yeah, fucking
Yeah, so damn, but that's just one crazy thing that I found. I had no idea people were making that shit, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Especially how official that looks. It's ridiculous.
is there anything you think is bullshit in the industry that is just kind of something that's kind of
Yeah. I mean, certain grow processors will just kind of skirt around. Like, okay, for an example, one company in particular, they just fuck their flower up. They like do not trim it well. They do not take good care of it. It comes dry as shit. And it's expensive. Like, it's not cheap at all.
Yeah.
That's another thing. All these products are pretty expensive.
It's,
And people are paying out of pocket. Like, it sucks.
it's out of pocket?
Like, a good eighth is at least like $50.
Yeah.
$45-$50 for a real good eighth.
that's
Yeah.
really what my boy was telling me.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So do you like? I don't know. So who like your prices, right? I know there's like a bunch of different like shops around like Philly, right, and like PA. Like, how do you like determine how much y'all price y'all stuff? Because like the street, course on the street, you're gonna get it low. Like regular drug dealers, are like,
Yeah.
oh, this bull selling it, his apes for 35. I'm
So I'm gonna do
30.
it for 32.
Do y'all
Yeah.
do?
Right. 30,
do y'all,
50.
yeah, real shit. Do y'all look at like
Y'all
other
got 50
dispensaries?
cents? I'll give you 50 cents back, bro.
It's pretty much the same base price, like at every dispensary in the state. It's just about what discounts you offer, pretty much.
Oh, got you.
So we offer a lot of good discounts. Actually, we're pretty good.
So just like military get a discount.
Military, the seniors, yeah,
Yeah,
PTSD.
PTSD.
Weed?
Yeah,
yeah.
PTSD, bro.
PTSD
It's
is
real shit.
it's a qualifying
what's
condition.
up. That's
Yeah,
the-
Most people just
We have a
start
ton of
drinking.
vets.
So
yeah.
That's fire. And you know what's funny?
well, if like freezes brain cells, doesn't it? And it, like also if you like have signs of Alzheimer's, I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah.
mean, I think if you already have signs, you're pretty fucked. But like,
Yeah.
you know, I think it does actually.
common
it helps
treatment,
prevent
yeah.
Oh shit.
glaucoma. I mean, there's a bunch of shit that's interesting.
All kinds. Yeah.
So if you have a like, but I feel like is there certain medical conditions that give you a bigger discount than others? Like if you have cancer or something?
It's not based on the condition. It's like SSDI, like different income supplemental programs. Like people are on
Okay.
different stuff like that, like disability
Okay.
and stuff like that. It's not like it's not.
So
it's
if
not
they're like
based-
government subsidized and like
if
kinda get it.
if you're on certain like government programs, you'll get a little discount here and there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
Bet.
I never thought that.
So I could have an EBT and get some bud
Yeah.
for a nice count.
I don't know what.
He's talking about food stamps.
Yeah,
We're talking
actually,
about
yes. If it's snap,
for
the
real?
snap, the access card.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
serious?
15%
Let's get it.
discount.
All right, we
every
were
day.
talking
Yep.
all this shit on welfare before.
We would have access to
You can't. No. Okay. No.
Hold on.
No.
It's so funny. We're just. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
No,
We had
you
a
get
funny ass
discount.
conversation in the car. It was just funny as shit that now we're like, oh, interesting.
Yo, Aaron's pissed off.
Yeah, these bills are kind of like.
Say, yo.
Aaron's looking it up right now to get on it.
So like, if I wanted, like, I don't have a medical card right now. I'm just buying my weed the whole old fashioned way. Like, but I do want to get my
On the
medical
streets.
card soon. Like, I want to be a patient. Like, how I do that.
So you check out the qualifying conditions, see which one you have, and then you go to a licensed doctor.
My bad. You're serious, so. Yeah, so you go to the doctor.
You go to not every doctor can prescribe or recommend it, but
Yeah.
certain doctors can, and they will, if they feel you need it, they will give you the recommendation, and then at that point you can go on to the Department of Health website. Basically, you register with the website, and your doctor like approves you on that like account. You pay them like $50 or something like that. It's $50 if you don't have. They do also the same discounts for like disability and stuff. So it's $25 for those people, and then $50 normally. You pay that, and then you get your card in the mail in 4 or 5 days.
What are the
good for a year,
diseases
usually.
in PA that you can, not diseases, but illnesses or anything that you can get a medical license for? 'Cause
So
I know
there's-
PA is maybe like specific.
Yeah,
right?
there's qualifying conditions. I can't name them all off the top of my head, but
Some-
cancer, anxiety was recently added.
Wow.
Chronic pain is one, so really anything that gives you chronic pain. Yeah.
Interesting.
What's it
He
called?
says I have chronic pain.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's this fire hydrant right outside my house. Keeps giving me fucking pain. And they
Literally,
can't
yeah.
tell me no, I guess, right?
Migraine. We have a lot of migraines patients coming in, stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, like, I have a migraine. They're like winking across their jaw. And you're like, cool.
I got just the thing for it.
But it probably does fucking actually help with
Dude,
all that
some
shit,
people
which is
are like,
crazy.
yeah,
Like,
some people are like amazed.
we joke about it, saying that like we can get that joint, but like that probably is actually.
These
like,
are all
what
these
it's
like
good
older,
for.
all these older women I'm talking about. They're like, yeah, I've had migraines for however many years, and this is like finally works. And
Take an oil, like take a pill.
they
or
take
something.
it, yeah, they take a Rick Simpson oil.
How about
You can
for
rub
girls?
Go ahead.
I
Yeah,
don't know, I was
CBD
saying, he
oil.
said women, like for women, like, you know, like women. Yeah. I'm high as shit. So like is
Women!
Like, so say
Women get it.
so when they have like periods and stuff and they got like cramps, does that count? Like that's cramp. That counts.
Yeah, actually, yeah, right?
Like back.
Yeah,
period
why not?
cramps.
That
I
makes
don't think
sense.
that's a prescribable.
Fuck yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely
This
helps.
It
shit-
should
I
be.
mean,
Hey, don't get me wrong.
They
It
eat,
should
they
be.
Get, man,
What do
I
you
always
mean?
tell my girl to try
Cramps like when
smoke.
you're like that time of the month.
Cut that out.
Like period cramps. Like when they get like cramps because they're like, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, that should be.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is or not.
Yeah.
Depends on the doctor, I
We don't
guess.
know what it feels like, so we're like,
It probably feels
you'll be
fucking
alright. Suck it up.
shitty
You'll be
as hell.
alright. They're probably like, no, I need it.
Yeah.
We're all like dudes. We're like, you're good, bro. It's fucking right.
So, bro, rub some dirt on it.
What about this, yo? I was just about to say this too. You can rub oil, so like you can get massages, but like CBD oil, so like that.
Like
The fighters do that.
What's the topical?
What if they rub oil on the part where they're
topicals.
getting a cramp and they're just like, boom,
This-
my god.
So
no,
fighters
that's
do
a
that all the
thing.
time too. Yeah.
Suppositories. You know what that is?
How does that work? So yeah, if you can explain that, like if I like,
no idea.
let's say because I know
you put in your ass.
Yep. Or
Oh, interesting. But I mean, I was like, all right,
I was
we're
like,
talking
how's
about
it work? I want to know.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the oils. Like, so, like, I know fighters, like, they'll have, like, elbow pain or, like, joint pain, and they rub it on there. So, like, does it break down differently on your skin and, like, on your muscles than other oils and stuff like that?
So in order to absorb into your skin, it has to be activated. It has to be what's called decarboxylated or like processed, and then it will absorb down. It won't go into your bloodstream if you put it on topically. It'll just.
But what does that do to? I'm
So it blocks pain receptors.
like lactic acid, maybe, or something.
It blocks pain
Probably
receptor. In that way, it helps with inflammation as well. I'm not, I couldn't get too specific with the science behind it. I'm not that good.
But I mean, I know people that swear by this shit.
Yeah, it totally works. Yeah.
Do you use CBD or like is it CBD oil?
It is
both.
CBD, right?
You can use both. A lot of people
You don't
use
get
straight
high
up.
from it though, right?
No.
Rubbing it on my arms.
Yeah, it won't go
It's
into
not
your bloodstream.
psychoactive.
It won't go into. So it's non-systemic. It'll only work where you put it, right there.
Oh, okay. So there's no point in getting THC oil. You might as well get CBD oil, right? Because THC is what.
I mean,
gets
if you have actual pain, yeah, it'll work. Like arthritis, it's great for stuff
What,
like that.
THC oils? Or is that a
Both.
thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know
THC oils. It comes in like a topical lotion too. They make like a lotion out of it.
Interesting. Is that better for like older patients, maybe? Like
Yeah,
thinner skin and stuff
that's a
like
good
that?
way to ease them into it too. Like, here,
Yeah.
try this first. Don't trust me. You're not gonna freaking OD.
You're not gonna
on this
freak
hand
out,
cream.
yeah.
Grandson,
Like,
pass me my oil.
yeah, like this stuff works. Like
Pass
this,
me my oil.
like yeah, it's medicinal.
I need my oil.
Rub it down.
Rub it down.
Get some ice too. Get some ice for me,
Rub
please.
my oil
Yeah.
on my feet, my oil.
Give me a glass with some ice. He just starts pouring it. They're like, Granddad, I don't know you should do that. He's like, it's cool, I promise.
Go up there, boy.
I'm
Go
feeling
up
good.
Go up
Feeling
there.
good.
Get my oil. Go up there. As he sips a beer and rubs it on his body.
So would you say, do you see a lot of older patients possibly?
Ton of
I mean,
them,
you
yeah.
said like older.
We give a senior
women.
discount.
Senior discounts.
Yeah,
Damn, what do they
60
get?
and
Oh,
over,
it's gotta be
15%.
What?
That's what's up.
Yep. We got a
Yeah,
bunch of old
grandma,
heads.
All right, grandma, look, don't take this personal, but like I might have had to, you know what I'm saying? You might have to go
Help me the
what?
fuck out.
Help me out, grand, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
Why are you
so
snaking for me?
what was your first day of work like? Was that shit mind blowing?
First day of work, it was a little bit underwhelming because like it was a little bit slow, dude. Nobody like knew that there was even a medical program. Like I didn't until I saw the freaking ad on Indeed.
How long ago was this again? Before my fault.
So we opened last May of 2018.
Where in Elkins Park, if you don't mind me asking?
So this one is in right where Wall Park is, like on Old York.
Okay.
So yeah,
Near
like
Marco Polo?
across the street, right across the street,
From
across
the Luke Oil?
next to Luke Oil.
All right, so where like the pizza shop is.
I was
and,
just like, I
the-
love
the
Marco
tattoo
Polo.
artists. I used to live by Frank's Pizza, which is like in that back neighborhood.
Okay,
There's, like, that
yeah.
Park and shit.
Yeah, we're right on that, right where the bridge goes over Old York Road, the train bridge.
Yeah.
We're like right next to it.
Awesome.
Big silver building.
And have you seen more clientele since you've been working there?
We've
Exploded.
yeah, kinda like over the past like even 2 months, it's just like been
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, have you seen like people like? Because I actually used to work with like an adult with autism, and his mom was saying a lot about because he had like manic episodes a lot.
Yeah.
And she was thinking about possible because she was just having him on all these different drugs
Yeah.
that were like a cocktail of like this combats this, so then he's just taking more shit.
Right.
And they were just saying that like they tried to do that. I mean, is there like have you seen that kind of? I mean, probably not as much, right? I don't know.
No, there's a good amount. Autism is I believe that's a qualifying condition. But there's a couple of products that are actually specially formulated for kids with like autism, like minors.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because it works. Like,
So this seems like a miracle kind of thing. I mean, have you seen it?
People have always known it
Yeah,
worked.
it's
it's
a
just
herb, man.
It just hasn't been allowed.
it's just the fact of the stigma that's been pushed down our throats since we were literally in first grade. The DARE officer coming in,
Don't do drugs.
dude. That's
low-key-
brainwashing.
I'll be honest though,
I
I
fucked with
brainwashing.
Dare so hard. I'm not
Yo,
gonna
me
lie.
Straight
They
brainwashing.
used to give us goggles
too.
like, yeah, this was like when you're drunk. And
And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, this is amazing. We're all like
loved
laughing.
it.
We're all like, I can't wait to do this.
Yeah.
You know? Let's get behind
Can
the
I borrow
car.
these?
Come on,
Yeah.
glasses.
I'm trying to
Come on,
crash a
glasses.
car just like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to drive right
No,
to
but
a
yo, I heard
fucking
they-
pole and see what
I heard
happens.
they took weed. Listen to this.
They
though.
took it off, yeah.
They took it off because
Can I be honest? I don't remember them talking about tree though. I remember them talking
I
about
remember them talking
shitting in a
about weed.
bag and leaving it outside and then huffing it.
Are you talking about Jankum?
Yeah. So you know what's
Thinking.
funny? I was
You done that before?
Wait, can I be honest? The one fucked up thing about
I
Dare,
think-
Dare taught me so many ways to get high when I was a kid.
He taught you about
I would
Jankum?
have
That's all it's good
never
for.
thought.
I was like, what the?
I ain't learned that shit.
Bro,
Yo, who the
they're
fuck
like-
was
they're
your
like-
dare officer? Yo?
There's like a book. It was like a book with a bunch of different pages in it. And one of the sections was like, Jimmy shit in a bag. Jimmy
Jesus
left it out. Jimmy came back and huffed it. Jimmy like died or something. We're all like, and he's like, don't huff your shit. And we're like, all right.
I never even thought
Fuck.
of doing that shit.
I didn't even know you could do that. Or they're like,
yeah.
you can huff glue. And we're all like, for real?
Yeah, like they gave you all these
Wait,
ideas.
this right here? This
Yo,
goes-
Yo, but that's
We
why
play
they-
with it all day. We
Definitely
Try
don't,
markers.
definitely don't mix Molly and Coke with fucking IPA beer. It's a perfect combination. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You will bust so hard. And you'll never be able to bust right again. And he's
Yo,
just
that's
like,
why they-
and all the kids are like, fuck.
You're like, you don't want none of this. What's that movie? Dewey Cox.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it
you
was
don't
from
want
Ray
none of
Charles
this.
where he's like, you don't want this, Ray.
Oh yeah,
You don't want none of this.
Yeah,
She's
you
like,
don't want
let's-
this shit,
let's
Ray.
fix all your
Ray's
problems.
like, what they got? What they got?
You're fucked up.
Ray's like, what they got in that shit?
Yo. All right. Too far.
My fault, Ray.
And he
You should
shoot.
really
How does he hear someone shooting up heroin? It was
But no,
confusing.
yo,
he was like,
that's,
what y'all doing?
that's why they took weed out, because if they didn't take weed out, because look,
He
the
walks in the
snaps.
room like, what are you doing with that needle? And
Yeah.
that?
That sounded like it feel real
that's
good.
fucked up though. Ray can't do that shit by himself. Somebody had to help him get high the first time.
All right, someone taught me that you could shit. A cop taught me how to shit in a bag and get high off of it.
Cop taught you how to shit in the bag. He's
Yep.
doing his job right.
And I'm in 6th grade, and I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, what?
He's like,
What does
oh my
weed
God.
look like? Like, I don't even know what the
Keep
fuck
it a
that
stack.
is.
Was Dare not fun as shit, low key? Did you
No,
have-
all right,
did
so
you have
I
Dare?
got mad as
Yeah,
shit.
that
I
was
didn't
the
win the
most fun.
Dare thing. What is that?
Dare in the line.
Yeah,
Get the little
I was
stuff
mad
in
as
there.
shit. I was like,
Yo, remember we had to take it home and take care of him for like a week.
I never did that.
Yo, remember that
I don't
shit?
think so. I can't remember.
Yo,
Shit.
at our
Maybe
school,
because
at
it
my
was
school,
weed
yo,
stuff.
key to drug free.
yo, they were like, I don't know, you had to do like some things. Everybody got to take Dare in the line home for a week or some shit.
Dare in the line.
That shit was fun as. All right, you chop it.
Wait, I was just saying.
I took good care of that motherfucker. I was
Yo,
like,
I believe you,
I
Keenan.
ain't
I believe you.
give
I'm
him
sorry. I didn't mean to
drugs.
come and Dare in the line, bro. I just didn't know his name was Dare in the
I
line.
couldn't sleep, bro. I was looking at him like, I won't ever do drugs, Darren. And then-
I believe in you.
I believe in you, Darren. I'll never get high with my friends on a podcast.
And talk bad shit on you right now. Nah, I fucked with Darren too, bro. Look, I think some that's good because it did teach me like what crackheads and shit look like.
But no, yo, they took weed out because listen,
So right when I was a kid, I'm like, that's crackhead.
Crackhead,
Okay,
yeah.
yo, they
Check.
took it out because
Checkmate.
kids
We're
were
out
like,
here.
weed isn't that bad. Let me try coke. Let me try heroin. Let me try Zans. Let me try perks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if they didn't take weed out, they would have thought everything was cool. You feel what I'm saying? Because weed is cool. So they're like,
True,
oh.
true.
They kind of talk about they're like
That-
weed.
I get that, yeah.
They're like weed. Yeah, just don't. Anyways,
Yo,
this
I gotta
shit.
show
Yeah.
you- I gotta show y'all some funny ass shit.
I still remember them
Hopefully-
ever talking about
Yo,
weed. To be
hopefully
honest.
you could put this in the. Yo, can you put this in like? You could put this in the cast. I'll send you the link
What?
to this video. I
Yeah.
want you to put this in there. Like, listen, look at this like '80s like anti-drug campaign, bro. It's so fucking stupid, bro.
What is it like?
How long is it though, Keenan?
It's like
It can't be like two. It can't
it's
be
like
like
40
over a
seconds.
minute.
How you fucking start this shit over?
We can cut it. I mean, can we?
Yeah, you might have to cut this.
Put it next to the mic.
You can see in the mirror, bro.
I don't know. I mean, there's some pretty weird stuff can happen to you from crack.
No, this stuff is great. Hey, you don't like crack?
I seen this. He's like, yo, has some.
Yeah, what's up?
What's he got, crack?
Put this garbage can. Put this trash can here.
He's on crack.
Damn, crack ain't that bad.
And the cop pulls up.
This weenie ass cop.
Son,
Yeah.
that's
She's like-
funny as shit.
Like, she's,
Don't do crack.
He's pointing at his dick or something. I got the crack right in my nuts. Why is he giving out free crack? This is bad.
Yeah,
This
right?
is- this is the worst drug dealer of all time.
like where are
Hey,
they fucking
here.
living, bro? These fucking like surfer ass kids on this John. She
His
pulls
plug's
out.
like-
She's like,
his
she knew
plug's
exactly
like-
what it was. Like she's like, hey, isn't that crack?
I
Like,
know what that is. I saw that.
My daddy do it every day.
like, He's like, it's awesome. It makes you. No kid
What's
ever.
that shit my dad
No
smoked?
kid
every day?
ever said crack feels awesome. Like that shit's so unrealistic.
Honestly, it probably does.
Yeah, it probably. I mean, I always say
That's
if
what
I
I'm
make
talking about.
when I make my
Crackheads do
first
amazing shit.
when I make my
Crackheads
first
like-
10 million, I'm gonna try crack one time.
Facts.
You have to.
Yeah.
For
Wolf of
real?
Wall Street
Just to,
style.
yeah, Wolf of Wall
crack
Street.
with me,
style.
bro.
Just, yeah, do crack with me. Yeah, one hit.
Ain't that a high you can never get again? Unless you just smoking crack every now and then.
Dude,
It's like
dude.
Christmas. You're like, you make it one day. You're like, I'm just gonna get cracked the fuck out. It's
Oh.
like Christmas every year. You go to like the Christmas party. You're like, what's up, everybody? Happy and shit. Yeah.
Crack give you-
Woo!
crack give
It's
you
hard as
superpowers,
shit the whole
low-key.
time.
And like crackheads are like superpowers and like they can do shit that real humans can't do. You ever see like crackheads do like
Oh, yeah.
extraordinary shit that
We see it every day in Philly, bro.
every
Doing
single
crack.
day.
Yeah, doing crack.
So maybe crack is the way.
Honestly, it's better than
The
these
way the
motherfuckers not
When do you
now.
think crack dispensaries is built?
It's the next step in evolution.
What's the,
That's a great segue. Let's do it.
hey, what do you, how long you think until crack dispensaries are out here?
No, but for real, look. Can I be honest here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this all full circle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, what drugs should be like? Do you think there are drugs that are besides tree that's like illegal that should be legal for certain reasons?
Shrooms.
For sure, but that is getting there.
Shrooms?
Psychedelics, I think.
Yeah,
MD,
they're getting there with Colorado.
MDMA.
Yeah.
MDMA. I think Molly and like
I
ecstasy
think
has
so,
a
too.
bad name because like it got to get like we started getting to like I don't know. I guess in the 90s and early 2000s, like people were doing like pressies and stuff like that.
Well, they're doing
and different shit. But like
crazy
pure
shit.
MD. If you ever watch Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia, they teach you about pure like MDMA, how it started. That shit's like awesome, bro. Like they're using
Yeah.
that for like soldiers coming back for like they have like PTSD and shit like that.
Honestly-
It kind of like rewires their brain and like adds serotonin in their brain and like
It just rewires it, bro.
Yeah,
it
it's-
takes you a step
yeah.
out.
It deprograms
People-
you
is
so
it-
you can
yeah.
reprogram you, like Wallow said.
yeah,
Facts.
it's easy to abuse though. Like I'm not saying like go out there and
That's
do
the problem.
Molly, but it has like
It's probably
good,
anything.
it has good effects for people.
Any
that
of
are,
these
like-
good things.
yeah.
Weed, dude, really easy to abuse.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, weed, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Real easy.
Do you think there's any negatives of tree being legalized besides medical purposes? Like, do you think? Do you think it's for everybody kind of thing?
I mean, like I just said, it's easy to abuse. People just
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't know. I mean,
Depends on the shit you're getting.
yeah, it depends on that. You got to know what's in it and know that it's not fucking laced with some crack. Pretty much.
That's probably some
Yeah.
good shit though.
Yeah. Hey,
No,
yeah.
sorry.
I'm not
Green
saying
crack.
you're not gonna have
That's
a good
some
time.
real
but-
green crack, right, Keenan?
Green crack.
No, I'm sorry.
He's talking about right, Keenan. What did y'all do?
No, I was
What the
like-
fuck?
What you guys think about DMT though? Not to get all Joe
I
Rogan
like-
on
I
it.
did- all right, I did DMT
Fuck
for the
it.
first
We're
time
doing a
at,
podcast.
at this
man.
festival. We went to a festival together. Like it's called a Beard Fest. It's fun as
Video
shit
be out soon.
in Hamilton,
Keenan
New Jersey.
sacrificed the lamb.
Yo,
in
I
the
got
woods.
Heard of that.
I got dosed DMT. This kid gave me a pen just like that, and I thought it was weed. And he was like, "Yeah, hit this." I hit it, and I fucking blasted off.
No shit.
And then after I'm blasting off, they're like, "Yo, chill, it's DMT."
You
They
bla-
thought, I guess they just assumed that I was on that type time. So like, it was amazing.
How long was it?
It was I felt that for like 30 minutes.
No
I felt,
shit.
Probably
Yeah,
was.
no. I
probably
felt the
wasn't
highest
30
feeling
minutes.
of me feeling like the best way I can
You, like,
explain it.
black
It felt,
out,
it felt like a familiar. All right, imagine being a kid and like knowing your favorite Disney movie is about to come on, and you got your favorite food, like that familiar, like nostalgic feeling. I felt like I've been there. It was weird. It was the weirdest feeling.
All
I
right,
ever
when you say
felt,
you've been
like.
there, where's there?
I don't know,
Wherever
yo.
it
It
was.
felt like that feeling. It was like almost like I felt like I was home, and everything that was happening was like there. But I didn't like blast off and see like the shit people say. So like see
Yeah.
God. I think I like took like not a like
Deeper.
large dose. I didn't like do the whole ceremony of like hitting it and like taking the time and hitting it again. But it was like I don't know. It felt really good, and I did it 3 more times that weekend. And
Damn.
Nice,
Alright.
Keenan.
I
All right,
did it the one time. I
have
would've
you
died.
felt that?
no, I did it through that one girl had
Shit,
it,
woke
and
me
then this
up.
other
What
kid,
price?
me and Aaron was cool. He let me hit that joint like 2 times.
Smoke?
Yeah. Wait, Keenan, have you ever felt that with another psychedelic though? Because I feel like I've
Nah.
tripped so hard one time where there's like this place of like comfort.
Yeah.
Whereas like I like this, there's just like this, and it feels like I'm like right on the edge of something. You know what I'm saying?
Were you on acid or shrooms?
I mean, one time it was both, yeah.
Yeah.
But fucking the time that I tripped the hardest, I took like a quarter of shrooms,
Took a
and I was
quarter? stopped
yeah.
at
Shrooms
8.
are crazy. You don't.
No,
You'd
dude.
be surprised. You'll be
I
surprised.
I've really had like with Omar.
Yeah.
I mean, oh,
That's
shit.
a lot.
Cut.
Yeah.
Just don't remember that. Anyway, so fucking, but yeah, with my buddy, right?
Hey.
And we fucking and I swear to God, like right when we started, I saw like longitude, latitude in the sky, and like bubbles, and I was at my house, and then like I kind of had a freak out session for a second.
It does that to you because you're trying to hold on to reality. And you're like, what the fuck?
I just started talking backwards. I'd be like this. I'd be like, I can't say his name, but buddy, right? And I'd be like this, and I'd be like, and he's looking at me. He's like, fuck, stop. And I'm just like, and I'm like, yo, I don't. Like, and I just kept like talking backwards and shit.
So wait, in your head, you knew what you were saying?
Yeah, but he did too, and we started cracking the fuck up eventually. And then we were like It was weird. We were like finishing each other's sentences and shit. It was just, weird, bro.
All right, so I feel that you
and
said.
And then I ended up in the fridge because it was cold. And like,
so you say you tripped and you felt like a sense of like warm, like.
No, but I feel like I was on the edge of something.
On the edge of
like
something.
that, I was like, I need to take more to like break this barrier. Like, there's this barrier in front of me that's like not letting me cross over. I don't know.
But did you
But
feel
I feel like that might be some other shit, you know? And I don't really want to touch that right now.
Shit, dude.
Or like I'm dead, so I don't really want to do that.
Right.
But I'm enjoying life right now, you know.
The question is like,
I'd rather wait.
When you took that,
that,
did you feel like that drug was like a key to getting there? Like you felt like you took that and it was like bring you into that drugs world or something like that?
I think it brought me into my own.
See, that's how I felt with DMT. I never felt like that with any other. Every other drug, like shrooms and acid, I felt like I was going to. I took this, and what I took was like a key, and it was this. What I took took me on a trip.
Yeah.
DMT was almost like I felt like that was like there my whole life. It was a weird.
But it is. Like, I was like, it is though. It is in you.
It is.
That's what's in our fucking bodies.
My first time taking the entire ate the shrooms, I literally kept saying, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Like, I kept calling it the "oh yeah" because like no, I'm not.
I kept remembering
picture
shit.
Picture like a whole bunch of dirt being on top of this, and you just like scraping at it so you can get to the bottom of it, and you're just like, oh shit!
Oh, I see what's going on.
Remember that? Like I remember that was there. Why the fuck was I knew that? Like why the fuck? It was just buried under there. Yeah. It's like almost like it dug up all the the real
That's
shit.
deep.
Like you know, it's weird.
You know what I think? It's like your brain. It just digs away all that like shit that's been clouding it, and it's like let's get down there. Let's
it
get down
strips
there.
away your ego, and you see more of
100%.
who you are.
Exactly.
So all that shit,
right on.
all that dirt, that's the ego. So once you get there, you're like, oh shit, I remember this person.
This is me.
Damn, where the fuck has he been at? Like, I remember all this shit.
And also it makes you okay with a lot of shit. Like anytime I've tripped was usually when I'm going through bullshit, and then like I do it, and then I'm like, bet, could be worse. Mm-hmm. I could be dead. At least I'm fucking here. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you think about psychedelics and stuff like that?
Yeah, do you think that's something that could be legalized or is that something that'll probably take some good amount of time?
Some
people are crazy.
I don't know. I mean, they have to find some clear medicinal effects for it, but I think it sounds like more of a like a therapeutic, like a mentally therapeutic thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is definitely is. It's
In
more
that
of a thing
way,
where
yeah.
like I honestly would not recommend a psychedelic to anyone who isn't mentally ready for it.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like if
It can
doctors,
fuck you up
but the thing
really
is,
bad.
if doctors got behind it, I feel like they would fuck it up. They'd be like, all right, here's this padded room, go trip, and then you'd have a badass trip.
Yeah.
Every good trip I've had, I've been outside.
Yeah.
Like
a retreat,
like feeling like nature and like everything. It makes the high so much crispier.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like I remember where like I had my feet in like a flowing like fucking not a river like a like you know remember where Tyler goes fucking High Rocks
Jim.
But it's got that flowing like kind of stream, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like you could white water raft if you wanted to. But like fucking like I just had my feet in that joint on strip. It was crazy. Like kinetic energy is something too. I learned that it actually like unlocks certain receptors in your brain. It's like I think you have like 200 receptors in your brain, and like 80 of it gets turned on when you go into like flowing water, like the ocean. That's why people love the beach, because that kinetic energy, like it relaxes you, makes you feel great. Like your brain is like firing off. Like you go to the beach, most people aren't doing shit,
Right.
but you love it. Why do you love it?
Just
You know, they say
being
the
at the
is connected
beach.
to the moon, like the moon.
No, it is. That's the whole point.
The moon makes the wave.
How does wind work?
Are we high right
How
now?
does
I've been high.
Yo,
This
dude.
this the effects that's happening right now.
Wait,
I
is the
this-
wind lunar?
This has been a good cast, yo. I fuck
Look
with
that
this
up.
cast.
No,
like-
it's been
How
does-
it's been fun as
Yeah, this
shit.
is fun. Is the wind like what causes wind?
winds. All right. Yeah. It's the magnetic field, I guess.
So is it
right?
the pull from the moon? Does the moon cause?
Do the waves cause
No,
wind?
no,
Does the moon cause wind?
No, it's the magnetic fields, just like pulling.
I thought it was like the mountain thing. What is that? That chart that we used to watch? It's like clouds, and it goes in the mountain, and then it turns into clouds.
Or
and
winds?
rains.
Is it caused by the sky?
The sun somehow.
Do waves
Dude,
and
we
water
all
make
no
wind?
idea. We all know idea.
In atmospheric pressure.
Wait, say it again.
Say it again.
Differences in atmospheric pressure, which is differences.
So okay,
Differences
yeah.
in atmospheric
So
pressure.
what causes the difference?
That's
Different
like the
altitudes?
moving of like areas of high and low pressure across
like
the globe.
temperature?
It's like weather essentially.
So,
like when,
okay.
when it's
So heat-
storming,
so
that's
heat,
like when it's
obviously,
changing
yeah,
from
heat
high
and
pressure
pressure.
to low pressure is a thunderstorm.
Okay,
That's deep.
That is deep.
That's deep in
You know
her
they
head.
say they made flags.
it's pressurized.
You know
Yeah.
they say they made flags because they wanted to be able to see the wind, so they made flags, and that's how they saw the wind.
Like banners and stuff.
Am I
Yeah.
high right now?
No, that's
If that's a fact, if that's a fact, that's a fact,
I
bro.
don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know.
how y'all feeling.
I feel good.
I don't like it.
Doing good.
I'm proud of shit.
So John, so do you see it soon growing? I guess in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Is that a thing that does this have a
So,
promising
yeah,
future?
It's like it's either gonna go recreational in Pennsylvania or it's just gonna go fucking federally legal. Yeah, across the
What do you
nation.
think's better? I mean, I know you're not. You probably don't know the politics. But, I mean, if you do, that's dope. But like, you know, I feel like
That's actually a
politics
pretty
is
good question. I would like to jump right to federally illegal, you know, because even me right now selling it medicinally legally in Pennsylvania, if the federal DEA were to come in, I'm under arrest. Like as
Really?
far as they're concerned, it's a crime.
But you can get out of that, right?
You got
Probably.
I mean,
No.
it's
I mean,
your
I don't
job.
know.
Didn't you sign something or?
It would be the federal government versus the state, basically, and yeah,
So you can get.
it would never happen probably, but that just as a matter of like a point, like
It could.
the DEA doesn't. Yeah, as far as the federal government is concerned, this is a crime. So in that way, it would be better if it would just go fully federally legal, but then you have the government's hand in everything going on in this industry. Like they'll have a say in everything. What you know,
And that fucking sucks.
right? And that
Get
sucks
out of
ass.
here. But
Pricing.
at the same time, let's look at what some big businesses have fucked up to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say Canada just runs off with it. It kind of doesn't really benefit us as much as it should. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? We are the main consumer. Shouldn't we have our foot in that? I don't know.
Let's go over there and take it back.
Or like Amazon. Amazon just buys out everything because it's not government. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not even as government. It's just like it can
It's
be
gotta,
a monopoly.
yeah,
You can
the
do whatever the
government
fuck
has
it
to
wants.
not like subsidize certain companies.
Facts. It should just all be the same.
Yeah, and the best grows
Like one
should
number
rise to the
that's
top.
Like from everybody.
Yes.
That has a business.
And whoever has the best product should be the best. They'll get the most customers. They'll have the best, you know, whatever. They'll do the best job, so they'll grow.
So I'm guessing it's more expensive, obviously, to have an indoor operation than it is an outdoor.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
I mean, there's a lot of.
All the lights.
And
Yeah.
so like, does certain weed have different temperatures that match better with it? Is it like
Ideally,
is there
I
like
would
an
think
ideal number? that
Ideally,
goes in?
yeah, but a lot of the grow processors are just it's like
Because I know like
your typical like uniform like
Yeah.
temperature and
You
humidity.
can grow this strain and this strain in the
'Cause
same
when-
room type shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when people say like hydroponics, like that's pretty much
It's a
just,
certain
like,
way of growing it. Most I think PA growers don't use that.
Yeah.
It's just they put the roots directly into like flowing water and pump nutrients into it that way
Yeah.
instead of planting it in like soil. Just
Does that
different
make
method.
it better bud, or is it just a way of
It
growing?
has been seen to make it grow bigger and faster, but anymore they can do the same kind of thing with soil. That was a good thing back before, like there were better lights and stuff.
Yeah.
But nowadays,
You
I
can
mean the
make a whole
technology,
sun.
yeah.
Yeah, you can basically make it.
There's some really fucking killer lights and
Yeah.
good soils and like nutrients and stuff like that.
My friend is out in where's he at? San Fran.
Shout out Jimmy.
Shout out my boy Jimmy.
Yeah, you know
He
Jim.
loves
You know
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Garcia?
Jimmy, no, highly.
Wow, yeah.
I feel like it's cool to say his name because
He actually does
He's
it
doing
for
the
us.
legal
Does it
role.
for-
Yeah.
He'd actually like us to say this.
I don't know.
Shout out my
I don't know if I
man
do.
Jim. You know
Jimmy
what I'm saying?
Highly. He won the
I miss you, my nigga.
His crew won the cannabis cup.
No
like,
shit.
Like 2 years ago. Yeah.
What do you know what strain?
No, they won like recently, bro.
They won again?
Yeah, back to back.
Cause I remember
No way.
I was in Atlanta
Look
when
it
they
up.
won before.
They definitely did. Look it up.
Do you know what girl he works for? Or?
No idea.
I could probably look it up, bro.
He's actually gonna be down here soon. Did you say that?
Yeah, he's gonna come on too.
Yeah. he'll be-
Sick.
You should definitely like slide out when he comes on. I feel like
That'd be fucking sick, dude.
Yeah,
I,
shit.
I could probably learn a lot from him
Oh,
too.
hell yeah, dude.
Do you think there's like would it make sense for you to stay in like a Philadelphia type area? Would it make sense to go out where it's already booming, or is it better to be within
Yeah,
where it's not booming yet?
I think about that a lot, and I think in my personal position, I started with this company like at their, kind of their first day open. So I
Yeah.
feel like I want to
Stick it out.
stick with this company.
Yeah.
But
And you've seen it grow.
exactly,
already,
yeah.
so.
Yeah. Thank you so kindly.
Shout out to fucking marijuana, dude.
You gotta get that equity, man.
Yeah.
Get it up.
We'll see. But yeah, for someone just trying to get into it, even still, yeah, it's a young enough industry, but it's getting bigger. Like if you're gonna jump in, I would do it like right now.
Yeah, now's the time.
Because pretty soon you may as well go to another state. Pretty soon it'll be as like popular and competitive, and
It's almost like played out. It's like there's probably so many
Kinda.
people that are already on it, kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
So if you went out to
eventually.
LA, like, is there plenty of jobs? I mean, probably, but I don't know.
But yeah, I would think it's kind of competitive. I would think
Yeah.
a lot of people are going out there to do it, and whoever is already out there is doing it already. But
So what's something you want to let Philadelphians that don't like bud, like, want to know, or just like
That are
about people that?
against
Yeah, I would say so.
Let's change our minds.
yeah, I would say it's not what you've been told it is. Definitely look into it a little bit more for yourself and give it a shot. I'm not saying you have to try it,
Yeah,
but talk to people who do use it and talk to people who have, had their lives changed because of it. And I think you'll probably start to at least consider the fact that there are real medicinal properties to it.
Yeah, it really is, yo.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
And
That's all you can say. Just like try, just like listen for a minute. Let someone educate you about it for a minute.
exactly.
we gotta ask him. We gotta ask you. Why you fuck with Philly? Why do you fuck with Philly?
With Philly, I mean, I was born right outside of it, as you guys all know. I love it. I just moved here to Philly, right to Brewery Town. I was living right, 10 minutes away from work, but I decided I just love the city.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's love.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So John, thank you for coming on, bro. This
Yeah,
has
man.
been so educational,
Dude,
bro.
thanks for having me on.
But till next time, kids. This is Fuck with Philly. We're out. Peace. See y'all. Bang, 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 bang.